guys, how you doing? It's Peabutnutterninja and we are playing Firefall beta, and today we are taking a look at tier 2 recon frames. Guys, this is the first of the 2 recon frames that I chose, the Astrek Association RAPTOR recon battle frame, guys. And the difference between the 2 frames is one skill, exactly one skill. In the RAPTOR frame you do get the execute shot, as you see here, and I'll showcase the execute shot in PvP, but it's absolutely useless in PvE, so we'll be skipping over that. In the other frame, I believe it's called the Nighthawk, you get a Sin beacon. You both get Sin scramblers as the newest skill, but it's useless in PvE. So I will show you my build, guys. First, I build this top row for this max damage Astrek ammo. It is key to increasing your thumping abilities, and guys, I pick up this headshot sniper. There is nothing better for a sniper than a headshot sniper rifle with extra headshot damage. And down in the middle I get these resonating bolts. You don't really need this, you can use the standard, but I did unlock this faster recharge resonating bolts. There are a few resonating bolts up here that you can unlock, either more damage, I believe, yeah, more damage and more duration, but I do like the duration, but I don't have the EXP to unlock it as you see now, so I'm fine with this. I do have long range charge, but with increased explosion radius. That is key, especially with those bugs when they get just outside that natural 5 meters. I have a 7 meter radius, which is insane. And the biggest addition actually to this frame is health regeneration, and guys, that's gonna make me a lot more tanky, a lot more survivable, as it does increase my defense, my defense is damage mitigation, my max health, and my health regeneration. And you can see that I can just stand there and take hits as I need. So guys, and one more, almost forgot, guys, I did unlock the core grenade launcher. This is just a standard grenade launcher. You cannot manufacture this or upgrade it in any way. It's just a very standard grenade launcher, but if you can stick that max damage Astrek ammo on top of that, you can end up with a grenade launcher that does well over 700 damage, and that's exactly what I do, guys. And so we'll move over to the actual battle frame garage, and guys, you can see that I did in fact equip all the things that I said. I have a printed Kisutan rifle that gives me about 19.2% headshot damage, faster reload, faster rate of fire, which is fantastic. You can see in my ammo I have to scroll all the way down. Let us find this printed, there we go, the printed Astrek ammo. Max ammo size is higher, the clip size is higher, and the weapon damage is 25% more, and that's going to be so key in doing damage. So you can see my secondary right here is the core grenade launcher at the very bottom, and so it's got that radius, it's got that DPS, but it's going to be heavily boosted by this printed Astrek ammo. As you see here, again, 25% extra weapon damage. That is going to be so key. Another few additions is this printed Astrek plating, 2.1% damage mitigation, 82 health, 19 HP per second. It's going to help in both PvE and PvP, as you will see later. And you can see from my ability 1, I have that printed Astrek long range ammo. Look at that radius, 5.39, 22 seconds compared to, let's see, where's this regular resin long range mine? So the regular only has a 4.5 meter, so you can see that's almost 20% extra radius, which is going to be substantial. You can see my ability 2 is a printed Omnidine resonating bolts with recharge at 20 seconds, so it's just gonna be able to recharge real quickly. And for my ability 3, I choose none, because execute shot, cryo shot, sin scramblers are all very useless in PvE, and I'd rather take the extra space for my grenade launcher and my other abilities. I do have jump jets and servos, but this is more for PvP, and I'll talk about it more when the time comes during PvP. But for PvE now, these are the main things that I wore, the 5 things up here. And guys, we'll resume with some thumping and see you guys shortly. And so guys, we start off thumping the same spot as the tier 1 frame, but you'll notice we have a lot more control over my environment as I thump. So the biggest difference between the tier 2 frames from the tier 1 frame for Recon is 1, the grenade launcher, 2, the increased damage, so I'm able to one-shot every small arachnid. It's Title Scavenger getting in the way. And 3, the health regen frame. I get more defense, more damage mitigation, more max health, and more health regeneration. And that allows me to stay in the fray, stay in the battle. I don't have to just keep mobile. I can stand there, line up my shots. I can, be a little bit more stationary. So with just these 3 things, they help categories of AoE damage, direct DPS damage, and survivability, all of which helps with mobbing and distraction. So the biggest difference between the 2 tier 2 recon frames, just remember that this is the Astrek RAPTOR, and the other one I believe is the Omnidyne Nighthawk. So the biggest 2 differences is, 1, the skill. You get Sin Beacon in the Nighthawk, and you get Execute Shot in the Raptor. Execute Shot is really useful in PvP, as I found out. But in Nighthawk, the Sin Beacon, I haven't had too much experience with it, but it's more. I don't know how I feel about the Sin Beacon yet. I will have to do some more experimenting with that, guys. And also, the second difference between 2 tier 2 frames is the secondary weapon that you get. The Raptor, as seen here, you get burst rifle upgrades. You get increased accuracy, increased rate of fire. Whereas the Nighthawk gets a grenade launcher as a secondary weapon. So you can get an increased radius or increased rate of fire grenade launcher for your Nighthawk. And that helps a lot more with PvE than you have with just a standard grenade launcher, as you see here. The rate of fire is incredibly slow, the reload time is slow, and the radius is small. So it is quite a big handicap for the Raptor in terms of PvE, of not having that extra powered grenade launcher. So anyways, we'll get back into action. We'll see some of these arachnids. You can see me one-shotting everything. The Icy and the Arachnid workers have about 400 health. The Toxic and Geyser Arachnids have 450. So you can see my normal shots doing 469. And that is substantial, guys. That allows me to just one-shot these guys. And you can see that if I get headshot off on the big bugs, I get 1400 damage. I think maybe even in tier 3, I will be able to one-shot the big bugs, allowing me to thump like a pro. Like a pros, I was gonna say, like a pro and a boss. You can see me targeting the Arachna. So, guys, all the tips from the tier 1 frame still apply. You still want to survive by keeping mobile. You don't want to just stand there and take hits. 2, you want to be aware of your cooldowns. Since you have the grenade launcher here, you definitely want to bust out the grenade launcher before you use your cooldowns. You want to use your cooldowns for emergencies only. And 3, get your headshots. You get so much. You can see me getting 35 headshot EXP damage. That's more than killing a bug. You can see this bug glitch here. Oh, that explosive Ragna. Fine, he can just hide in that corner and be fine. And so number 4, you want to line up your shots to get more than one in your crosshairs if you can. And do I get a double shot? I do get a double shot off that guy. And 5, targeting priority. You want to target those explosive arachnids first, then Terror Claws, then Title Scavengers, then the Arachnid Siegers and Stormers. So the biggest addition to this list of tier 1 priority is that you can switch between your sniper rifle and grenade launcher. You kind of see that I've been doing here and there. You're able to switch immediately after firing your sniper rifle to that grenade launcher. So you can shoot a grenade and switch back to that sniper rifle without losing any time between sniper shots, because that reload time, or that recoil time between sniper shots is so long. So Recon is the only class capable of boosting their PvE DPS in this manner, because the sniper rifle fires so slow. For any other class, switching to the grenade launchers means you're sacrificing direct DPS from your primary weapon for the AoE, but sniper rifle, you can do both. You can have your cake and eat it too. So you can see me just controlling this area so much more easily. Oh, I do let an explosive bug get by. Oh no, I did not see. Oh, is that another explosive bug? No, I do manage to get lucky. So you can see me just trying to pull off some headshots here. It is harder to pull off the headshots on the smaller bugs, but definitely you want to utilize your headshots on the big bugs. Oh, another explosive Arachnid, and he jumps on my Thumper. That's unfortunate. That's additional 18% off on my Thumper, but we are in no danger here. We have 60% complete and only 40% gone. So that puts us in a very positive light here. We're in no danger. We're having a very easy time to relax, thumping here in this toxic arena zone. So there are actually quite a few different types of areas where you can thump, and they're harder. This is actually probably one of the easiest places to solo thump, not because they're bugged, but because when you're doing with the toxic arenas, they don't spawn quite as heavily as some other zones, as you'll see later in this video. You'll see that the spawn is actually very slow and steady, very manageable. Only near the end does the spawns get really crowded and really hectic. I don't know if this is going to be changed in the future. It probably will. It seems like, you know, an uneven bug for me. I tried to line up that shot there, but I do miss. And I do get a lined up shot there, headshot and a regular. And you can see me just running into that toxic pool, and my health just regens to max immediately. Plenty of health just lying around, so I'm in no real danger. I go for the headshot, but I miss, but I make it up with that second sniper shot. And you finally see a Terror Claw coming down, and you can see each headshot just 1400 damage, and that is substantial, guys. If you want, you can really do the grenade switch out if you want, and each headshot on the Terror Claw does stun it, so use that to your advantage. And you can see me using the switcheroo, and I'm just doing so much damage. I do take a lot of damage in that from that beetle shockwave from that Terror Claw, but I do manage to take it down, and you can see how quickly my life is really regenerating. I'm already back up to 500 from 300, and soon it's going to be 600, and oh, we're just cleaning up a little bit here. And I do not know where these Geyser Arachnids came from. There is no water around, so they should not be here. But sure, they're allowed to join the party and give me some extra minerals and extra, you know, EXP. So I do not mind. And kiss that advanced personal thumper. Bye-bye. And we go to our next second harder spot, guys. And this spot is one full of Geyser Arachnids. And Geyser Arachnids, they are much harder to do than toxic arachnids, because when they die, they explode into a water fountain. And when they explode into a water fountain, they do extra damage to your thumper, so you need to hit them before they get on your thumper. But since they are so small and so quick, before you even know it, they are on your thumper, they are mobbing it, and you're going to have to just kill them, and they're going to do massive amounts of damage to your thumper, and that's just really unfortunate and unavoidable, especially with that slow rate of fire on that sniper rifle. And you can see that little geyser pushing me back as I had that little jump animation. I do waste my cooldown, but it is a 20-second cooldown as opposed to, I believe it's either 25 or 35 in the tier 1 Recon PvE video, so you can see those guys are Arachnids. I kill it, and it does do extra damage to my thumper. Oh, that hurts my thumper. My thumper had feelings and say, please be nicer to me. But so far, we're doing okay. So you can see reckless thrashers, they come into, they do your damage to your thumper. There's a lot of more arachnids than you see in my first video. I've never had so many arachnids in when I was doing the toxic arachnids up on that little cliffside there. The mobs there don't actually spawn too far below either, so it's not a glitch, it's just areas with toxic arachnids. And you can see how many people, and we also have a Terror Claw there, and oh, I missed that first Terror Claw, and I accidentally switched to Resonating Bolts. You do not want to use Resonating Bolts on that Terror Claw. You can see him do a Beetle Shockwave. He does do a lot of damage, but I still have 660 health. I did draw him away from my thumper finally, but not before he did so much damage. And you can see that headshot damage doing so much and killing that Terror Claw very easily. I should be busting out my grenade launcher right here, but I'm on a reload. I should be using my cooldown, but I am a little bit all over the place, and you can see all those extra little guys is just doing a little bit of extra damage. And so you can see how many of these little bugs are spawning. They don't quite spawn this much in the toxic arena zones for some reason, only in the geyser zone. So if you do get closer to the beach or closer to where there's a river or water, these Geyser Arachnids will come out instead of those toxic arenas. You can see me using some resonating bolts, but I did have to reload and I kind of wasted it, but I do manage to get a multi-kill there, and so I guess it was worth the cooldown usage, as I'll have it back up in 20 seconds. So let's, oh, we see some exploding bugs, hello, oh, and it does do 800 damage, or almost close to it, 700 I think there, and we see another Terror Claw come. So not only do we have a lot of small bugs, we have a lot of explosive bugs, we have a lot of geyser bugs, and we have 2 Terror Claws, and have to go for targeting priority. We do hit those explosive ones first. You want to headshot that Terraclaw in the face just to give it a nice stun. As it's like, hey, ow, what's hitting my head? It hurts so much. You can see me, and I do kill it. Oh, one more shot. And what are you doing? Okay, there we go. We finally get that last shot. And so you can see still a lot of bugs. I see another flaming Arachna. I do manage to kill that. You see me kill that explosive Arachna. And so guys, you definitely want to keep switching out. And the lined up shot, you can see that double headshot on that. Double headshot all the way across the sky, guys. And look at how many little bugs are spawning. And those little bugs, although they don't do a lot of damage, when a lot of them jump on your Thumper, they do so much additive damage, and so it really hurts. So you don't want them jumping on your Thumper. And unfortunately, as Recon, you don't have any skills or distraction abilities to get those bugs off. You can only shoot them off, and usually that slows you down. You can't shoot them all off at one time. Even with the grenade launcher, it is a slow reload on this Raptor frame. And so hopefully, maybe with the other either reload or rapid fire grenade launcher, we'll be able to see a slight difference in farming. And you can see it's at a slow peak. We're only at 40%, and we're already down to 50%. That's no good, guys. You kind of want those numbers to add up to at least 100. 43 and 42 is only 80, so it looks like we are going to have to pull this early, especially in this video, as we keep getting mobbed. There's another little guy, and remember guys, you can shoot through the Thumper, so you want to just keep that in mind as you try to line up your shots. You can shoot through the Thumper and get double shot, and you can see a lot of siegers come out. They are hitting my Thumper. I'm trying to draw fire away from it, but I am stuck in the middle of a reload, and I wish I had an upgradable grenade launcher, as I would definitely include that. You can see all those little bugs on top of my Thumper, so I am losing out on the battle of crowd control. Even though look at how much AoE that was. You can see that I cleared house pretty well, but there was a delay, so that's why so Recon does have really good AoE, but not the best, guys. I wish I had some skills to clear off that Thumper immediately, but I don't. That Satchel does a pretty good job, but those resonating bolts definitely do have that delay, and that really adds up into more damage on your Thumper. You can see my Thumper's getting really low here. 71, 72, 73, 16. I want to hit 100 so badly. And we see another Tidal Scavenger come out in the air, and those guys are actually really detrimental to your Thumper, as they can do just straight DPS to your Thumper, and you can't do anything to stop it, because there's no shields or anything. You see me pull that off. I'm saying, hey, I only have 5% on that baby. I gotta go. It's 1%. It's advanced Thumper. It costs 6,500 crystite. Oh, please don't explode. And I managed to save it. So guys, the hallmark of a great solo advanced class for PvE is one that is able to solo Geyser Thumpers. And there actually is another Thumper that is even harder than this, guys, for PvE. So if you can solo this Geyser Thumper as your own class, that is the hallmark of a fantastic PvEer. Unfortunately, the Recon, or at least this frame, the Raptor frame, is lacking in some AoE and some mob control. The mobs definitely overloaded my Thumper there. And guys, this is a very special spot. This spot is also known as a melded Thumper spot, and it's known as that because what comes out is not natural. What comes out is freaks of creation. Everything that comes out of this is either chosen or melded hissers or melded explosive arachnids, and they do so much damage, guys, as you will see very shortly. And if you can handle the Geyser Arachnid, if it's just too easy for you, then guys, I challenge you to be able to solo a melded Thumper, because these are impossible to do alone, at least for Recon, and we'll see as we unlock other tiers and other classes if it's impossible for them too. And you can see how close we are to the melding. The melding is absolutely gorgeous. It is moving, and all of a sudden you spawn with about 8 to 10 of these explodey bugs. You never saw that many when we were doing normal thumping, so I am using my sniper rifle to take them out. I have a quick reload, and oh no, we see bullets. What does that mean? That means chosen assaults. I switch out to a shotgun because that grenade launcher is not that much damage heavy against these guys. And you can see my Thumper's already at 74. I'm shooting some resonating bolts. I'm already at 600 health. I am in dire straits. 50% on the Thumper, and it's not even been 15 seconds. I'm at 300 health. I gotta pull this up, and brings us to our Recon PvE summary. Guys, Recon PvE survivability is 3 out of 5 because the health regen frame allows it to take hits, but does not allow the Recon to tank everything head on. Direct DPS 5 from 5, AoE damage 4 out of 5 because of the addition of the grenade launcher. Mobbing 1 out of 5 because the Recon still has no skills to aid it. Bonus 5 out of 5. The Recon still gets that headshot EXP bonus. And guys, ultimately, the Recon averages a 3.5 PvE rating. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye bye, guys.